What's the comp meta right now? A lot of Kiriko, Mercy, Sojourn. A lot of Hog, a lot of Orisa, a lot of Sojourn. The meta hasn't shifted. They haven't had a balance patch since the one they did a few weeks ago. That hasn't really changed much of how the meta is outside of like Orisa. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as what it was. I just straight up, not much has shifted with the comp at this point. You said the 5 bullets pushed it back into the meta. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's just like I think at this point, you know, it's just that's what the meta is going to be until they make a pretty big shift to other heroes at this point, like straight up. I imagine very soon though, right? Because the Roadhog change will probably come with some balance changes, is my guess. So maybe during the Roadhog changes, or they might just wait till season 3 to do those changes, which means we'll have at least how many more days are left in the season? I can just look here. So at least maybe 22 more days of like the current meta, which is just the only thing I say to that has been like we'll be at like 4 months at that point, you know. Hi buddy, how you doing? No, it hasn't been 4 months of Roadhog. Roadhog wasn't meta at the beginning of Overwatch 2. No, not Roadhog. Kiriko and Sojourn, because at the beginning of the game it was Winston. Winston was meta with Kiriko, Lucio, Sojourn, and I want to say like Tracer was Genji. Like Tracer and Genji were played a lot. Zarya, oh, and Zarya. Yep, Zarya was strong. Excuse me. Zarya was strong for like 3 weeks. So it's been mainly the only 2 heroes that have been pretty much in the meta and like super strong for essentially 4 months is Sojourn and Kiriko. Kiriko, they've been nerfing Kiriko more and more, so like I wouldn't doubt it if there's ways for Kiriko to be out of meta. It's really just going to come down to like the Sojourn changes across the board. I think that would really change that. But at the same time, Kiriko may still just be meta for a while. I think like I just think Cleanse is such a good ability, and that with how good the ultimate is to go with it, it's just like this. Like Kiriko has such a good kit. Do you know what I mean? Kiriko has such a good kit, and I think that's a part of like, you know, some heroes you're like, okay, we have this hero played because this hero has this ability, and this ability is good against this comp. Kiriko has something that against most comps is strong. Cleanse. Cleanse, for example, is just so good pretty much in any situation, right? Cleanse is good in so many situations. Then you have Kitsune. Kitsune benefits pretty much every hero. A couple heroes here and there may not benefit from him as much, like maybe like Hanzo. Well, I guess you get Storm Arrow quicker, right? But for the most part, there's a lot of heroes that benefit from that. You know, that's why I think Kiriko might stay meta for a while. With Sojourn, they're going to have to figure out a way to redo the Railgun a little bit. Like, keep Railgun, just, are they going to get rid of, like, headshots or nerf the damage a lot to where, like, a damage boost won't allow one-shots, or nerf the ultimate a little bit. Things like that is where they're going to be at with Sojourn. But we'll see. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to be honest with you, chat, if they wait until... They'll probably do the Roadhog change, and then they'll probably just make the changes, like, going into Season 3. Because they want to make Season 3 have, like, huge changes anyway, right? On top of that, right? On top of that, like, Season 3 is also not gonna, is going to be, like, the first season without a new hero right now, because the first 2 seasons had new heroes. So, I imagine having, like, a huge change to the meta would also be beneficial for Season 3. When is Season 3? I want to say February 6th. Could be before that. Could be after that. It's like 22 days, I think. So, I just say the 6th because most days have, like, the seasons have, like, started on the 6th. But it's probably maybe sooner than that, later than that. But yeah, that's when that is. So,